Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You are watching United TNT and this is Kostov. Today's video is all about the preview to our weekend match against Arsenal. Arsenal currently are the league leaders. They are sitting clear by 7 points over City. And I think they are in a very good position to win this league this season. This match goes back in time, starting back in 1998-99 season when the Wenger started in Arsenal. Fede Ljungberg, Robert Pires, Thierry Henry, all these, Patrick Vieira, all these legends of the Arsenal team started coming into the club, and that is where the fiercest rivalry between these two clubs started. I think we will delve on to that as well in the video. So we will preview the video. What are the team lineups? What kind of match can we expect? What will be the predicted score? So stay tuned and watch along. Now, given this match is so famous down the memory lane, right? Right from the 80s and 90s, this has been one of the go-to fixtures. Arsenal versus Manchester United is a match wreathed in history, especially going back to the Ferguson and Wenger era. When Ferguson was on the rise, the first challenge that was given to him by a consistent club was Arsenal back in the 98-99 season up to the 2003-2004 season. And post that, Chelsea had come as the fiercest rival for United. But for those 4-5 year period, I think United and Arsenal's rivalry was unmatched. We've had big games between the two. The treble winning season for Manchester United, the semi-final was against Arsenal. Ryan Giggs scoring that goal in the replay, making United win that game. Post that, the Pizzagate, where there was a very big brawl that had happened because of some pizza slices being thrown at United players, Alex Ferguson, to which Cesc Fabregas some years ago had admitted that it was him who started this, right? The match between Arsenal and United, when Van Nistelrooy missed the penalty and Arsenal at the end went unbeaten for the entire season. And it was United at Old Trafford who ended that 49-game unbeaten run for Arsenal, right? So a lot of matches have gone down between the two teams, which are historical matches, right? If someone wants to get to know Arsenal's history or Manchester United's history, they will watch these matches. Arsenal had the best team in the early 2000s, Thierry Henry, Robert Pires, Patrick Vieira, right? All of these players, these were star players for Arsenal. And I think United felt the force of these players. So these matches were the go-to matches back in time. Since then, I think 2003, 2004 was the epitome of the Wenger era. They had won the Premier League. They were in the Champions League finals and semi-finals. They lost the Champions League final to Barcelona in 2006. And that's when Thierry Henry had moved out of the club. Since then, I think Arsenal had been a steady third finisher in the table till like 2012, 2013, till Ferguson was there. Post that, it was always between third and fourth. But this fixture had always been a rager, right? The famous wins of 8-2 at Old Trafford, where United beat Arsenal handsomely. We've had good fortunes with Arsenal, but currently for the last 5 to 6 years, we've not been faring well against Arsenal. The record at Arsenal's home, the Emirates, is not very good. We've just won twice there in the last 10 to 15 visits. Two of those victories were in the FA Cup, right? The latest one being last year when we won on penalties. Previously to that, it was also FA Cup on penalties. The last league win in normal time and Premier League, right, was back in 2017, was Arsene Wenger was still in charge. So we have to go back 7 to 8 years to see our first home or away win at the Arsenal's Emirates ground, right? So it's a very difficult fixture for us nowadays. Arsenal has been in solid form. They have only lost 2 matches all season. One of them was away at Liverpool and the other was away at Aston Villa. Since December, they have not lost any match. Their form is immaculate in the Premier League. Yes, they had some draws after the Aston Villa loss, but they've not lost any more matches. The Liverpool match was undeservingly lost by Arsenal just from the Szoboszlai free kick. Aston Villa game was also a 1-1 draw till the end where Emi Buendia put that ball in the net. It would have been a fair draw as well for them. So they've been playing really well. No loss in the last 1.5 months for sure. The form in Champions League has been crazy. They just beat Inter Milan at the San Siro 3-1 midweek, not playing their strongest lineup, which is scary because that means that they were looking forward to the United match this weekend, and we can expect the strongest possible team that Mikel Arteta will put down, right? So, given the history of the fixture, given the position that Arsenal is in right now, where they need to rack up more wins to make sure the Premier League title is theirs, and their wait has been for over 22, 23 years now. So it will be bittersweet for them to defeat United again and get that stamp that, okay, we are going to be champions. So they will be pumped up. Let's see what United has to offer. So how are we looking for this match, right? United won the last match, the Manchester Derby, handsomely. I think all of us have been raging about that victory for good 4 or 5 days now. This is the match where we will actually know a one-game wonder, or this is something that we can look forward and see United play in that spirit and in that form, right? Yes, we have the new manager bounce. Yes, we have a lot of new style of plays, aggressive style of plays that we will be adopting. We also have a squad fully fit with a couple of exceptions only. Matthias De Ligt, who's still out injured. Nusar Muzraoui, who's just come back from the AFCON, so we don't know if he will be in the matchday squad. Other than him, Joshua Zirkzee is the only player that will be absent. So we have a full squad. We are in a good position, in a good mode. We have had now 7 days of training post the Manchester City game. We've had an entire week of rest. Yes, Arsenal played midweek, so they will have some players who will come in not 100% fresh, but then their squad is so deep that they will not have a problem with that and they can easily rotate their players. United's lookout has to be on the tactics. What Michael Carrick will do against Arsenal. How do we stop Saka on one wing? How do we stop Martinelli if he starts, or if it's a surprise and Eze starts on the wing? So we will have to see that. Do we play in the same position? Do we make sure that we double down on Saka with, say, a Dorgu and a Shaw together? Or do we want to do it with only Dorgu as the left back or the right back and then have a attacking midfielder or attacker winger playing in front? So all of these things is what we need to see. In the midfield, I think we will be steady with Casemiro and Mainu. They both played well, especially Casemiro after the news that he will be retiring from Manchester United and moving on from Manchester United, I must say, at the end of the season. He is pumped up. His message was very cryptic and said that I will give my all for the remaining 4 months of the season, right? So he will be pumped up. He has had good matches against Arsenal. His performances has been well. Even as a Real Madrid player, whenever they faced Arsenal, Casemiro was on top of the play. So I'm hoping that Casemiro will do his bit, make sure that his last match at the Emirates Stadium is something that he remembers in a good way. I don't want him to get a red card. There are a lot of positives that United have currently. The team shape and the formation will have a very big impact on how this game goes. If we go in a defensive style of play, we might not be able to win this match. In my mind, there is a chance we can win this match at the Emirates Stadium. If this was 2 to 3 weeks back and we were in the same position, I would have said that we would have lost for sure, not even a draw. But currently, with everything that we've done, I think draw will be a understatement. I think we can go for a win if something clicks, and the strategy that Michael Carrick has to contain Martinelli, Odegaard. I'm not concerned with Gyökeres because his form is not that great, but the other three for sure. And how do you contain Rice, and how do you break his game play from the central midfield? How do you stop him from going box to box, right? Because he scored last season as well against us in that 3-1 victory. So I think all of these things combined will decide if United have a chance to win at the Emirates this weekend. Now for the predicted lineups for this match, I think I will not make a lot of changes to the side that we fielded last time against City. We will still have a 4-2-3-1 formation, and I feel that the back four should be somewhat similar, which is Lisandro Martinez and Harry Maguire in the center, followed by Dalot on the right. I predict and I hope that we bring back Dorgu to left back. I would want to see a little more attacking side of things in the front end, and hence I would bring Dorgu back. He will give us the defensive style of play when we need it, and also have that bombing run from the left wing, and he can do the same thing from the left back as well. So that will be my back four. In the center of the midfield, it will be Kobe Mainoo and Casemiro. As I mentioned before, Casemiro is all pumped up. These are his last 4 months. His probably last match at the Emirates Stadium. He would want to prove himself there. So let's have Mainoo and Casemiro as our sitting midfielders, followed by Fernandes, the maestro in the number 10 position. He has to click for us to win this game. On the right side, I will still keep Ahmad because of his performance. Up top should be Mbeumo because of his performance in the derby. And on the left wing, I would want Cunha to come in this time. I know he had not been performing well previously, but in the last match when he came after the substitution, he had some good spells. He created a lot of chances. And I think because it's an away game at Arsenal, right, I think we need to attack more and not sit defensively. Hence, I'm bringing Cunha as an attacking player in the forward four. For substitutes, we will have Sheshko from the bench. We will have Mason Mount on the bench. We also will have Shea Lacey, who's done with his one match suspension after getting the red card against Brighton. So he will be available. And I think it is a perfect stage for him to come for a brief 15 to 20 minute cameo after the 75th minute. So we will have three very strong, pacey and creative players that we can bring on as our substitutes. This will be my predicted lineup. I think it is a strong team to go with to the Emirates and try and win the game. For Arsenal, they have a full squad of players to choose from, especially after their victory over Inter Milan midweek in the Champions League. They are sitting with 7 wins in the Champions League out of 7. I think the last match they have is with a minnow team, and I'm 100% sure that they will top the group with 8 out of 8 wins as well. So Arsenal is in red hot form. Only 3 players are not available for them: Max Dauman, Hincapié, and Calafiori, right? Calafiori is a very big miss for them, but they have the squad depth to fill in that position for Calafiori. So other than these players, Arsenal will have a full squad to choose from. And I think their predicted lineup will be very similar to what they played last weekend. Saliba and Gabriel as their central defenders, with Rice, Zubimendi, Odegaard in the midfield, and Saka, Gyökeres, and Martinelli up top. That is their predicted lineup from my side, and I think that will be a very strong lineup. They have not lost a single game. The only 2 defeats that they've had is away from home. And they have been brushing teams aside with the fast kind of play that they have. Very difficult match for United. Arsenal is in red hot form. So let's see what kind of United turns up and what is the team lineups that Arsenal puts against United. But it was very clear that Mikel Arteta had his eye on the weekend game against United, which showed in the team that he fielded in the Champions League against Inter. Bold predictions from my side. I am going for a United win. I feel confident that we have a lot to pull against Arsenal's attack and their defense. I would feel okay if the game ends up in a draw. I do not think that we deserve to lose the game in the form that we are right now. And I know that there has been a lot of negativity around United's play, but if you see, in the last 10 matches, we've only lost 1 game, which was against Brighton in the FA Cup. Other than that, we have been winning games or drawing games, more draws rather than wins. But yes, we are also undefeated in the last 10 games, other than that 1 defeat. I have some confidence. I might look like a fool after the match is over that this guy was predicting a United win. But hey, this is what a fan does, right? And I feel that I have the right markers to say that we can win this game. At the Manchester derby, I had said a draw. I did not expect United to play how they did, but because they did, I feel confident that United can win this game. The scoreline that I'm predicting is 2-1. It will be a cagey affair. Arsenal will give their all because they are gunning for the title. I am 100% sure that this is the year they win this title. So for me, a scoreline of 2-1, a bold prediction, yes. A draw might be the final result, but my prediction is a 2-1 victory for Manchester United. Let that sink in. And if you feel Manchester United will win this game, please comment and let me know your thoughts. Let's see. Let's hope the pre-match press conferences will be out today. We will get to know what kind of team selections there are. This is currently what I feel the team selections would be and how the match will go. But I am very excited for this game. And the last bit that I want to leave you guys with is there is a debate ongoing. If the Manchester United team of 2008 play against this Arsenal team of 2025-2026, who will win? There is no debate. There is no question. The 2008 Manchester United team will rip this Arsenal team apart. That team was different. It was a beast of a team. Rooney, Tevez, Ronaldo, Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, Rio Ferdinand, Van der Sar, right? Name it. Superstars everywhere, legends of the game everywhere, Premier League, Hall of Famers everywhere on that pitch. Arsenal are playing well. Yes, they have a very good chance of winning the Premier League. They have a very strong case of winning the Champions League as well. But they still have a long way to go to get competing with those legendary teams in history, right? So yes, that's my take on that. I will be back with the post-match analysis for sure. And let's hope that this is a United win again and Michael Carrick does it for us. Hoping to see you guys with a happy face after this match. Till then, GGMU.